Hey guys, this is Sean from Carspear. I'm sitting in a BMW M5 Comp. It's my car, and I'm gonna walk you over how to program it, performance-wise, what the M1 and M2 buttons could be from the OEM and what they really should be programmed to. I come from an AMG background too, and Cadillac a little bit. I would combine all that knowledge and show you the best way to set your M5 up, or any other M, whether it's an M3 or a M8. It follows the same concept. So take a look. As you can see, this is the standard factory setup with nothing on. The engine is in efficient, the chassis is in comfort, the steering is in comfort, and the MVX drive is in four-wheel drive. Just to explain to you the differences, when it's efficient, the car is going to drive like a base 5 series. There's going to be very little power. When you move it into sport, it would behave like a M550i, the engine, and would give you some power. When you move it into Sport Plus, you get maximum power. On the kick down, you get around 15 psi. So it's where the money you pay for the car is. The chassis, the same thing. The comfort is, if you're driving in New York City and you have a lot of bumpy roads and potholes, I would leave it in comfort. Sport is in between Sport Plus and comfort. It's a good ride. It's an M550i ride, and I usually use Sport with family for the chassis. For Sport Plus, it's in individual mode. It's usually on when I'm driving alone. The car is a lot tighter, it's lower, and there's more feedback to the steering wheel. As for the steering, you have comfort and sport. Comfort is when you are just cruising around town. My wife likes it in comfort. It's a very soft steering feel. The sport steering feel tightens it up. Minor alterations or movements on the steering wheel, you get a lot of feedback. You point the car and it goes in that direction. As for the MX drive, four-wheel drive is when the whole system is on. It's an all-wheel drive system, and you get power on all four wheels. Four-wheel drive sport is when you want more power at the back to drive like a rear-wheel drive, and in the front the power will only be assigned when you need it. In two-wheel drive, you get only rear-wheel drive. One thing I've noticed on launching this car and driving in a sporty manner, four-wheel drive is the best option. Four-wheel drive sport is good. You can feel when the front wheels are kicking in if they need power, but the four-wheel drive, you get instant traction, you're off the line. When you're driving the sporting manner on the track, there is a lot of thrust and the whole car moves. So I would highly recommend keeping it in four-wheel drive. As for the M1 and M2 buttons, I would like to show you how I have them set up. So when I click on M1, my setup is basically engine is in sport, chassis is in sport, steering wheel is in sport, and the X drive is in four-wheel drive. Why do I have it this way? This is the way I drive when I have people in the car. It's a sporty feedback from the entire car. It's in sport mode, just stage 1, and the passengers don't feel the bumps too much. There is power for you on the freeways. You're not going all the way into M2 right here. And this is the way I have M2 set up. Sport Plus for engine, chassis Sport Plus, steering Sport, M drive, four-wheel drive. I don't use the MDM four-wheel drive Sport. I prefer the feedback from all four wheels. We're lucky to have an M5 with four-wheel drive. It's really fast. You move really quickly. There is one more setting. It's the gears. As you can see, these buttons here to move the drive logic 1, 2, and 3. If you were to put the drive logic in 1, as you can see, I would put it down 1. It drives like a regular 5 Series. I don't enjoy it. The gear shifts are smooth. There isn't enough power. If you drive it in 2, that's the way I have it with M1 setup. So everything in the middle and 2. So you can see you get good shifts. It's a smooth ride. It doesn't drop gears when you lift off the accelerator. It keeps passengers in the car comfortable. When you go into M2 and stage 3, as you can see, all my red lines are all the way maxed out. This is when you drive in the Drive Logic 3. It gives you tremendous feedback. The main thing about this car is when you're driving in complete M2 mode, it drives like a ultimate F1 car. You get tremendous feedback. The gears shift down quickly. There's power when you need it. When you drive in M1, it's a soft ride, and I like it. But going all the way to comfort, I don't recommend that. You could try it if you have your grandparents in the car, but M1 stage 1 and M2 stage 2 is the way to go. Just like Mercedes AMG has Sport and Sport Plus. Track mode, I don't use it that much. What happens is it switches the screen off. You can click the M mode and it'll allow you to keep track. I don't recommend it on regular roads. Your car will probably fishtail, so I would probably leave it in sport or road mode. That's the way I drive. The next thing I wanted to point out to you is the transmission. The transmission is really good. It's the best automatic transmission you will ever come across for 620 horses in a comp car. It's a good transmission. You could drive for hours and not worry about the gears. When you do engage the paddles by pushing this lever to the one to the right, it'll be in manual mode, and you can use the paddles here to switch gears. But the only thing is it's not a dual clutch, so you won't get the same feedback. I do use manual mode sometimes. It feels good, but for very short periods. Just driving in M2 with everything selected to the max gives an awesome experience, and it's very little effort to drive this car. And with the heads-up display, I don't know if you can see it, it shows the whole tachometer and the speed, and when the navigation is on, it'll show you the directions. It's just a beautiful feel. You can keep your eyes on the road, you can drive fast, and as you're aware, always stick to the speed limits. You have the speed limit in here. Right now I'm parked and in a golf course, and obviously just 25. I'm not driving, and the speed limit is shown in the screen too. So those are the ways I would configure M1 and M2. Switching the traction control off, I don't recommend it. It's a good experience if you like rear-wheel drive cars, but once you drive in all-wheel drive mode, oh man, that's just beautiful. All 4 powers give you power, all 4 wheels give you power, and it's just a great experience. Anyways, that's it from me, guys. I'll put these videos together today and pass them on Carspear.com. I hope you like the channel, subscribe to it, and do visit our website. We have up-to-date news coming out every few minutes, and YouTube videos from our different contributors. I hope you enjoy watching our channel, and I hope you like this video. Thank you.